Live from the BDN Studios, it's Bang and Dang.
That's awesome.
If you don't like that, then
You ain't black.
Stonewall Jackson wanted to press his advantage before Hooker and his army could regain their bearings and plan a counterattack, which might still succeed because of the sheer disparity in numbers.
This is where Jackson messed up, though.
He rode out onto the plank road that night to determine the feasibility of a night attack by the light of the full moon, traveling beyond the farthest advance of his men. When one of his staff officers warned him about the dangerous position, Jackson replied, "The danger's all over. The enemy is routed. Go back and tell A.P. Hill to press right on."
Oh, wow.
As Jackson and his staff were returning to camp on May 2nd, sentries of the 18th North Carolina Infantry Regiment mistook the group for a Union cavalry force. The sentries shouted, "Halt! Who goes there?" but fired before evaluating the reply. Frantic shouts by Jackson's staff identifying the party were replied to by Major John D. Berry with the retort, "It's a damned Yankee trick! Fire!" Second volley was fired in response. Jackson was hit by 3 bullets, 2 in the left arm and 1 in the right hand. Several of Jackson's men and many horses were killed in the attack. Incoming artillery rounds in darkness led to confusion, and Jackson was dropped from his stretcher while being evacuated.
Oh, jeez.
Hunter McGuire amputated Jackson's left arm, and Jackson was moved to Fairfield Plantation at Guinea Station. Thomas Chandler, the owner of that station, offered the use of his home for Jackson's treatment, but Jackson suggested using Chandler's plantation office building instead.
Oh, getting shot in the arm is ridiculous.
And then had to get it amputated.
General Lee wrote to Jackson after learning of his injuries, stating, "Could I have directed events? I would have chosen for the good of the country to be disabled in your stead." Jackson died of complications from pneumonia on 10th of May, 1863, 8 days after he was shot by his own men.
Yeah.
Dr. McGuire wrote an account of Jackson's final hours and last words. A few moments before he died, he cried out in his delirium, "Order A.P. Hill to prepare for action. Pass the infantry to the front rapidly. Tell Major Hawks," then stopped, leaving the sentence unfinished. Presently, a smile of an ineffable sweetness spread itself over his pale face, and he said quietly, and with an expression as of relief, "Let us cross over the river and rest under the shade of the trees."
Dude had battle on his mind. He was dying.
Ridiculous.
Jackson's fatal bullet was withdrawn, examined, and found to be a .67 caliber, a type in service with the Confederate used, obviously. Union troops in the area were using .58 caliber balls. This is one of the first instances of forensic ballistics identification derived from a firearm projectile. Wow. His body was moved to the governor's mansion in Richmond for the public to mourn. He was then moved to be buried in Oak Grove Cemetery in Lexington, Virginia. The arm that was amputated on May 2nd was buried separately by Jackson's chaplain at the J. Horace Lacey House, which is now preserved at the Fredericksburg National Battlefield in the wilderness of Orange County near the field hospital. Wow, really?
So if you dug up around there, you might find Stonewall Jackson's arm.
A little skeleton of it, yeah. Upon hearing of Jackson's death, Robert E. Lee mourned the loss of both a friend and trusted commander. As Jackson lay dying, Lee sent a message through Chaplain Lacey saying, "Give General Jackson my affectionate regards and say to him, he has lost his left arm, but I my right." Aww. The night Lee learned of Jackson's death, he told his cook, "William, I have lost my right arm, and I'm bleeding at the heart."
Oh, poor guy.
Harper's Weekly reported Jackson's death on May 23rd, 1863 as follows. "Death of Stonewall Jackson, bold letters. General Stonewall Jackson was badly wounded in the arm at the battles of Chancellorsville and had his right arm amputated, or his arm amputated. He initially appeared to be healing, but he died from pneumonia on May 10th, 1863. That's all they gave him, huh? That's all they gave him there. Ooh, whoever did that better have deserted. Well, I got a successful attack out of it, though, I guess.
Man, yeah. But just stupidity. Once again, stupidity.
It's kind of his fault.
Right. But still.
He's the one that wanted to continue on at dark.
Right. You don't ever do anything at dark.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe so you never miss out on new episodes of Outlaws and Gunslingers or Battles of the American Civil War, right here on the Bang Dang Network. And don't forget to check out those playlists.